Hunter Biden's name has been dragged through the mud for the better part of a decade. And for the most part, he just took it, silent. And now he's done 4 interviews in the last 2 weeks. And folks, I gotta say, I'm here for it. Candace Owens, Nick Fuentes, Don Lemon, the I've Had It podcast. Different rooms, different audiences, same energy every time. No filter, cussing, calling people out by name. And yeah, I've seen some people call it messy, undignified, a man who's lost the plot. But I'm going to give it to you straight. I don't see a man out of control. I see a man in his I don't give a fuck era. And like I said, I'm here for it. Dude's been sober for 7 years. He's rebuilt a life that most people had already written off. And after nearly a decade of getting dragged publicly by people who never had to walk down his road, he's decided he's done being quiet about it. Is he raw? Hell yeah. Is the language salty? Abso-fucking-lutely. And so is mine when something actually matters to me. See, I'm of the opinion where there are certain times in life where the word fuck is the only word specific enough for what you're trying to say. And I ain't going to pretend otherwise just so that I can sound more polished here. So check it out. I'm not applauding him for being loud. I'm applauding him for taking the gloves off after years of taking hits in silence. That takes something that most folks don't have left in the tank by year 8. See, most folks who've been through what he's been through, they just kind of disappear. And he hasn't. And in those conversations, he touched on something else that I think is worth noting. The pattern where someone spends their entire career trying to legislate morality for others and then lives a completely different life behind closed doors. The gap between public sermon and private choice. That ain't new, and that ain't about any one person. In fact, it's one of the oldest kinds of hypocrisy that there is. In fact, it's exactly the kind of thing that made me walk away from performing a life that I wasn't actually living. So here's what I want to know from y'all. When somebody's been quiet and they've been taking it for years, and they finally come out swinging loud and unfiltered, do you see strength or do you see someone who's lost the plot? Let me know in the comments where you stand. My name is Ron. The road from here changes everything, and I'm glad you're on it with us.